and today we're going to be learning suffixes. Now suffixes are going to be words that changes an old word to a new word. So usually a verb to a new verb. It gives it a new meaning. But suffixes, these go at the end of the word. So all of these, right, our suffixes are going to be the ones in red. They're going to be what you add to the end of the word. And we're going to be talking about the meaning, the new meaning it has. So for example, able. Able is to do. That means you have the ability. So when you have something that is easy for you, for example, for me, teach. For me, suffix is something I can teach. So I'm going to add able, the suffix, to the end of teach. It's going to be teach able. Teachable. That means I can teach it. Do, right? When I have doable, right? That means that it is something I can do. I have the ability to do something. So able, right, again, is to do. Then we have D and ED. This is just practicing with our past tense verb. Again, this is our regular past tense verb, not irregular. For example, drop, right? If I drop something yesterday, I don't say drop, right? I say dropped. Dropped. That means that I did this in the past, right? I changed the old word drop to a new word dropped. The same thing here, right? Typed. If I'm talking about something that happened yesterday that I typed yesterday, I don't say I typed yesterday. I say I typed yesterday. Then we have ES and S. This is when we change our singular verbs to plural verbs, right? So instead of saying that she finished, I say that she finished is, right? She finishes. She finishes. Not he finished, not she finished, it finished, he finishes. The same thing here, right? He does not play, right? He play, she play, it play? No, right? She plays. So we change the old word play to plays. Now we have ly. Ly is going to be changing our old words to adverbs. Remember adverbs? Adverbs are a description of the verb. So I have careful, right? Careful is going to now be adding ly to make it the adverb, to describe the verb. So here, if I put ly, right? I carefully drink my coffee, right? My coffee is hot. So I have to be very careful because I am describing the action of me drinking the coffee. I have to put ly. Carefully, carefully. Here, quick. If I am saying she is running quick, no, right? She is not. I'm describing the action of me running. Because I'm describing the action of running, this becomes an adverb. Quickly. She is running quickly. I'm describing how fast I am running. Quickly. Now we have shun, or T-I-O-N or S-I-O-N. These are going to be an expression of the action, right? How it changes, right? Which is an expression. So for example, react. React, right? And when you have a reaction, you are expressing this verb, right? Reaction. The same thing for here, right? If I am expressing how confused I am, right? It is a confusion, right? Confusion. So here I would have to remove the E and I would replace it with an I-O-N. I am just expressing how I am reacting. I am expressing how confused I am. That's all it is. For here, I have less. Less is going to be when I have little of. Without, I don't have it. For example, if I am not scared, if I do not have fear, I am fearless, right? I have no fear, right? If I have no home, so if I do not have a house, I am homeless. You see out here, less, without. So I have no home, I have no fear. Then we have full. Full is going to be when you characterize something, right? When you describe it, characterize. So when I say she beauty, I don't say she is beauty. I say she is beautiful, right? He is beautiful. They are beautiful. So here, I change my Y to an I, and I add my L. Because I am characterizing, I am describing the person. The same thing here, play. If I'm describing that the person likes to play or is very, up and going, likes to do a lot of stuff, I can say playful. He is playful. She is playful. It is playful. They are playful. This is when I'm characterizing the pronoun, my subject. Then we have EST. EST is going to be for my superlatives. Remember superlatives? When I am comparing more than two things. So not just two things, more, 3, 4, 5, etc. Right? So if there's a room that's really dark, and I'm comparing it to all the rooms in the world, I'm going to say, I don't say this is the dark room, I say this is the darkest room. So out of all the rooms in this world, out of all the rooms in the building, this building is the darkest building. Now let's say I have a blanket, and it's my favorite blanket, right? And I say this blanket is the warmest blanket in the world, or this is the warmest blanket I've ever had. So out of all the blankets I've ever had in my life, this specific one is the warmest. Now we're going to have ER, right? ER is our comparatives, right? Not superlative. Superlative is when you compare more than two things. ER is when you compare only two things. Now, if we look at here, pretty, right? Pretty, of course, is a two-syllable word, right? So I'm going to change this to IER. But here, right, it says ER. Of course, it has a Y. Because it has a Y and it's two syllables, you can also say this, right? Ear. This is for our comparatives. For here, strong. Strong is only one syllable, right? Pretty, two syllables. Strong, one syllable. So it's just going to be ER. Stronger. So out of the two people, I am stronger. Out of the two flowers, this one is prettier. Now we're looking at ER and OR. So this one can be for comparatives. This one and this one is for titles, for someone who does things. So for example, if I dance, what is my title if I dance? I am a dancer, right? So all I have to do is add the R. I am a dancer. If I dance, my title, my occupation is dancer. Act. If I am someone who acts, that is my job. My title, right, is going to be actor. O-R. Right, that is my occupation, what I do. Now we're going to look at this one. IST. IST is going to be for someone who believes in something or someone who does something. So for example, if I play the guitar, right, I do, right, I play the guitar. So I am a guitarist. I do this. This is what I do. Now, there are some people who believe, right, who are sexist. Sexist is they believe in the idea that one gender is better than the other. Again, this is a belief. So it can be someone who does something or someone who believes a certain idea. Of course, these are not all the suffixes. There are so many suffixes, but these are just the most common. Now you might know other ones. You can always look those up, but these are the most common in the English language. Hopefully this was helpful for you. If you have any comments, you can always contact us, and hopefully I see you soon in class. Thank you.